Sit your podcast down. I think, we always do this. Episode 30 was last week, I think, or 29. So this is 30. So there we go. Episode 30. Reeks in the building. G's in the building. Flies in the building. All right. Let me just start off by saying this. I'm not coming at you old niggas, but let me just say something. On our video, when we said that this versus was not the biggest versus, was not what everybody wanted to see, it's a lot of old haters. Man, y'all don't know nothing. Yeah. It was weird. We were called too young and too old to know what we're talking about. Everybody got their opinion. I hear that. By the way, we were saying what's good Instagram numbers for a versus, like 300, 400,000. That's typical, like okay, decent numbers.
It's in the millions now.
It's in the millions now, but at least early on it was 300, 400,000. Okay. Somebody in the comments even said, "Yo, 300,000, like it's going to do at least that on IG." You know what I mean, it didn't, motherfucker. It didn't do that. It didn't crack 2. You know why? Because wasn't nobody watching these niggas.
It didn't crack 150.
It didn't crack 150. Now, let's be very clear, because I want to be very clear in this video, because everybody be like, man, nah. Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One are legends. They're GOATs. Oh, they're some of the greatest of all time. Fair. No one watched this shit. That's why it was 7 p.m. on a fucking Sunday and no one watched. No one watched. Does that mean they're not great? No. Are they underappreciated? Sure, let's call it that. But it's exactly what the fuck we said. Mostly me. Fair enough. And again, the show was great. The show was a great show, great sport. KRS-One with the bars at the top of the head, and he even referenced Barack Obama. He didn't go too woke on the bag. That's fair. But it's what the fuck we said it was gonna be. It wasn't gonna be as watched. And we've been saying Versus needs to recapture something to get back to getting people to watch, because people, whether they be like it or not, are fucking outside now. The adversarial content I thought was a good move. You get engagement off of that. These is two like peers, and they're like, friends. Like, they gotta get away from that. To me personally, get away from their friendship. That's my brother, and fuck that. Can we get somebody that you competed with that maybe ain't a brother, just something to give you some clash? Nah.
Can you get kicked from a lawn chair?
I mean, right. I need lawn chairs and people getting kicked from them. I need hats getting smacked to the ground. Like, I need some aggression. This wasn't that. And the numbers weren't aggressive either. The numbers were very pedestrian, like fucking pudding or fucking applesauce and shit. Like, it was bland. It was easy on the fucking stomach, but that was it. So with that, I can talk about this show that nobody fucking watched.
Yo, I mean, despite not being watched, I'll say that a lot of people missed a really good show. Like, this is what Versus should look like. I'm not gonna hold you. Now, I think, to your point, it could have been better, as we were saying, if it was Rakim or somebody that had actual beef. I think, knowing what I saw last night, the possibilities could have been exponentially higher. And we'll go into our details, but this was a really good show. I mean, from the weird start, which was a DJ battle, to the weird interaction between Kane and Chris's DJs, to like the weird freestyles that all the guest members were doing. Like, this is what Versus should be. It had the right amount of disorganization. Like, it was just perfect. Like, it was just like, I needed that much disorganization. And it had all the showmanship, man. This is like we was watching and we were saying, like, yo, this is when people were just they were out there to like get it, man. And they, like you could tell they were out there to get it back then, because like the stuff they were doing back then and trying to recreate it now when they're 60. So
Right.
yeah,
It was a fire show. You could
good
tell
show.
you could tell both sides were prepared, even though it was some, disorganization in a few spots. You could tell they was prepared. Kane was prepared because I thought KRS was going to wash Kane up, but Kane had counters for everything. He had freestyles,
Everything.
he had dancers, he had everything. KRS brought his old ass friends out to dance, and Kane was like, "No, I got young boys to dance. I can flip and shit."
That can flip and shit.
He
Oh,
like,
that crazy leg did 2 moves.
right, crazy leg, all I got is that donkey kick shit, and that's everything else. Like, I'm let these young boys do backflips and cartwheels and all that shit out there. But they went at it. It was a good show. They brought out they found people that, I was saying in our chat, like you just like you these are like people that you like your friend from 6th grade that you just saw yesterday. Like you ain't seen him since 6th grade. Like it's like, where'd you find this nigga? Like where he was like bringing out DOS effects and Craig G and Buckshot and like you wondering if they were still alive. But it was a fire show, even though we were right. Like we are, I would say at least 95% of on this podcast.
95
right about stuff.
That's low. I
Right.
can't remember the time we were really wrong, keep it a buck, but
Right.
all right.
The show was fire, but we told y'all nobody was going to watch because people ain't interested like that. It was nothing like
no shade.
Kane, it's nothing against, because they both legends, and we said that. We said it's gonna be good, like good show. They got legendary music, both of them. But we just know, like, if it's Kane and Rakim, people gonna watch because that's a rivalry. Like we knew that. Like KRS and somebody, like you could have like KRS and somebody else. Like everybody want to be like, Kane and Rakim. We get Rakim to come outside, people gonna watch.
Facts, 100%.
Yeah, there was some dope stuff, man. Like we were saying, like it's nice to have an older crowd because they can just play better music, and they're not stuck into like I gotta play. And nothing against new rap, but I gotta play new stuff. I gotta play stuff that's on the radio right now. Like they can actually play certified classics when they're waiting, when there's downtime. So it feels better to just sit and watch. Like when I'm thinking about all the other ones, even Fat Joe one, like the interlude was kind of like, yeah, I don't know if they feeling what you playing. I don't know if this is what we want to hear. And most importantly, all roads lead back to Fat Joe.
Fat Joe's, I don't know why he's at the center of everything. He's like, for the West Coast is Ray J, for the East Coast is Fat Joe. All roads lead back to Fat Joe.
I just the amount of respect that grows every day I have for Fat Joe is just, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
Like, you got a legend, Kane, giving shout outs to Fat Joe, unprovoked, randomly.
Yeah, like he opened the show. Like he introduced everybody in the show, like Michael Buffer. Like, yeah, we'll get Fat Joe to do it.
That's crazy.
And the crazy thing is, like, Fat Joe could be like 10, 15 years down the line, like, I opened the show for Kane and KRS Verzuz, and people like, get the fuck out of here. Like, right. You really did. Like,
right? Like, you weren't even born when it was out. Like, but I still did it.
Like, so who do y'all have as the winner? From what I could tell, the winner seemed obvious, but who do y'all have as the winner, if there was one that you wanted to name?
It was close. I think Kane held on. Because I thought Kane got off to a big start, and then he just towards the end, like, KRS was turning it on. Mm-hmm. and he was going like with his hits, and it was like bomb after bomb after bomb. But Kane had good counters. Kane, like, I'm gonna go in my Jadakiss bag. I'm gonna freestyle. I'm gonna do something like that, and like try to stay afloat, because he would have drowned if he tried to just keep going hit for hit with him.
Right.
But it was I got Kane winning in a close one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. You know what? This was a good back and forth because there were rounds where like KRS-One would go first. I'm like, oh, there's no way Kane is gonna win this, and then Kane to come back with some heat. And then there's some rounds where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna just go with KRS-One on this one. The second half of the verses really, like KRS-One really got into his bag, but I think it was one enough. I got Kane winning. There was a lot of interesting things that happened that I'm curious how y'all felt about it. Specifically the DJs battling each other in the middle.
Kid Capri and Scratch. KRS hated. He hated. Like, he's like, the MC's battling. What we doing back in the day? Let's let the DJs battle. KRS was like, fuck that.
Kane looked visibly upset that his DJ. You know what? So there was something that he did, and I don't know if this is what it was that made him mad, but like during the Jason bar that Kane had, Scratch did like a little thing. He came up with a Jason mask. It was cool. It was definitely
Friday the 13th. I'm gonna play Jason. Yeah.
Right. So Kane, I think that was a unscheduled audible because Kane was like, I don't know what's going on. And then Kane said some slick stuff, which made Capri start rapping. And after that, I felt like it was weird between the DJs and the MCs. Because the DJs wanted to battle at that point, and the MCs was like, nah, this our show.
Right. KRS was like, I think Kane would let him go. Like, hey, I'm sitting there like, let him just do like a 5-minute set each.
Right.
Like they were down for it.
That's just enough disorganization that I need. It's like, this is a battle. Everybody is battling on stage. Anybody who walked on stage is battling. The DJs don't like each other. These boys there, I mean, they boys, but they don't like each other. This is what B-boys is battling. They're dance battling.
Right. Dance battles.
He's stopping his verse to do an off the dome freestyle in front of however many people, like no writtens. Like, this is what a verse should be. Like, this is what made hip hop.
It was literally my crew versus your crew.
Right. It's a dope show, man.
Dope
for
show.
For those that
150,000
people that watched it. That didn't.
Dope show. Dope show for those.
I'm gonna give it 150 because maybe Thriller had about 10K. Triller, whatever you call it. Triller.
I was watching on Triller.
I'm gonna assume it didn't. I mean, they don't show numbers probably for a reason. It's probably low.
Yeah, probably. I mean, we'll get the final count. We'll take a look. One thing I wanted to ask, and we mentioned this before, Busta made an appearance. Is anyone taking the Busta smoke? Should anyone take the Busta smoke? Because I would just not, honestly. But I mean,
throw M at him.
I think he will smoke him.
I think he will too, but I think you throw fast rapping niggas at him, and then people will think it's hype.
You got to be able to compete with the mountain of hits.
We talked about how Eminem shit has not aged well. I don't know if that's going to be a move.
Yeah, it's not a good idea for him.
I don't know if that's some. I mean, if you could do it in Detroit, maybe like maybe then. Like, I don't know what else you would do. I still don't know. Honestly, I still don't know if he win that. I'm just saying, like, it's a level to play. Do it at his old house, maybe at the park. I don't know, man. I feel like that's a tough one.
Who do you throw though? I mean, I think I'm thinking. I've been hearing LL name creep up a lot.
LL Busta, I think, would be a good one.
Yeah, LL and him would be interesting because LL has the hits. LL has the hits.
Sure,
right.
He's on my top 10. Yeah, I was hating my top 10.
Listen, I'm not hating that. I'm a LL fan. So
There's 10 niggas better than him.
There's not. Not rejecting. No, we're not. You know, we're not doing this. We are not gonna devolve to a who's really in the top 10 every. No, not every week. Nope. I'm gonna let that go. Oh man.
I'm thinking L. You know, I don't know who else. I mean, I think you could throw some people at him, but like I think that's a good one.
I don't know. I'm trying to think because the old heads might start hating me because I'm about to start making fun of the names I can get thrown out there.
Yeah. Wait. You got to go for who you thinking. Give us one.
Does anybody want to see him battle Buckshot or J. Rule the Damager? That's what you old niggas like.
Yeah, let's talk about how every person from the crew that they brought on stage needed to get their 15 minutes of fame again and like go off script and like do their personal written.
Yeah. Like DOS effects. Anybody want to see what's the first DOS effects?
Oh my
Miggity Mac.
Oh my goodness. No. No. Don't want none of that. I want none of that. I want no part of that.
I don't know. The old dudes be thinking these dudes can hold their own. Like and it just doesn't happen like that. Maybe he should battle Curtis Blow.
Curtis Blow. To battle on that. Just bring Nice and Smooth back out.
He bring Nice and Smooth.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't.
Don't get me wrong. Them Drakes, they would fire, but come on, man.
Come on, old dudes. And you backpack hip hoppers. Who should he battle? Who would just destroy him lyrically? Should he battle Capadonna?
All right. You're you know what? You're going off. You're going off right now. I don't.
The Jizza, the genius.
Yo. Okay. No. Next topic. We're gonna piss off the old heads all over again. All over again.
Or maybe Tretch.
Yo, he's another one that's like talked about. It's like, yo, like really though, like he wanted like the great. It just all these randoms get picked up. Like I just be like, y'all need to stop.
That's slick, Dougie.
Are you?
Oh okay. My God!
I seen them live, yo. They show is crazy. Kid and Play, they show crazy.
Can touch it, match it to Dougie Fresh's beatbox.
So, what I'm not gonna do, y'all trolling. So I'm not doing this right now with y'all because this shit ain't funny. So we gonna move on. We gonna move on to some other shit because. No, we'll leave it at LL. LL is what I want. Give me LL and Busta with a little bit of disorganization. Fine. Or give me real beefs at this point. I want real life beefs. I'll take that too.
Yeah. Smoking on Poopy Low.
You know,
we need that energy.
Well,
yeah, man, there's a lot of dope moments from the verses, you know. Brought out Roxanne, let her spit her drink.
I mean, that's
oh yeah, that's another one. Buster could have like, yeah, Roxanne Shantae, MC Shan. That's what y'all old niggas want to see, right?
We're gonna move because you gonna keep just disrespecting these old dudes and they heroes.
I'm going to hip hop dudes too. Maybe Smith and Wesson could get a versus against Buster.
I'm sure he'll do it.
You ever listen to his bars though?
He's one of them do your research ass niggas.
Right, you do your research. Do your Googles. Oh, that's he can battle Onyx.
Yo, okay. No, we're done. We're done. We're moving to the NBA because